Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Gex Enter the Gecko. In the last episode, it took us all of 20 minutes to get the first red remote in Pain in the Asteroids because I just kept failing at platforming. And now I keep failing some more because now all of this is going to have to be done post-commentary because I did all this and forgot to record on Audacity. So as a result, I'm now doing post-commentary because I'm not doing any of this again. It's just not going to happen. And we're going to ride the warp tube. Because second red remote. And we have to get up this tower that we saw in the last episode and take this platform. And I end up going for collectibles a lot, just like I have in the past, and making sure that I always get as much air as I can for anything that I need to do. Because having air and not getting hit and trying the platform real good is all essential to doing the second rocket channel stage, which is much harder than the first one. I mean, we are nearing the end of the game, so this one is noticeably difficult. And there will be a lot of really bad platforming. I almost die right there. And after jumping off these platforms, I go get some air, I hit some signs, I grab more air, I get collectibles, and of course I climb up this tower, follow the trail of collectibles, remembering to tail whip just in case I hit a bug much like that one. And we're now at 99 lives. If you make it to 99 lives, the game will not count past 99. So if you lose a life at this point, you'll automatically go back down to 98. It's just that simple. So in case you were wondering, 99 is the most you can get. And by getting on this platform, we ride up this little warp pipe. We get to see a nice little meteor shower as well as a UFO. And thankfully we don't run out of air while we're in that tube. And we're now going to have to jump over some lasers. Because I can't see due to the top of the air canister, I ended up taking 2 hits instead of just 1. Not a wonderful thing there. And of course, I also hit things here for more collectibles. Remember to get the mare here. Take care of this guy. Try not to get hit a whole bunch as I grab even more collectibles just out of safety. Because I do want to keep my number of lives stable now that I'm at 99 by this point. And we might as well just go ahead and refill in air because we are now reaching the red level on the oxygen meter. Yes, the oxygen meter on the right side of the screen comes back. You have to watch your air. It does run out quickly. And here you can either jump to the tower or you can drop onto it. Either way, you will stick to it. Now, when you're on these things, wait for that to turn green. Because right here, I did not wait for it to turn green. And because of that, I run out of air. And I don't notice this until I'm already done with all the jumping here. So as a result, I have to do this whole part over again. Just because I didn't pay attention to one detail. Gonna get a little drink of tea here because after playing the first game, I learned the hard way. Keep something to drink on standby. Some of you who have been watching long enough or have watched the Gex one in the past, remember that time at the beginning of Rhizopolis where I'm choking while trying to speak at the same time and I actually have to cut out to get some tea. because that was terrible. That is not something I want to go through again, mind you. So now we're doing this platforming again. We're going for the air. And we're going straight up to the tower, because why not? At least here, at least with every death, things such as the antennas and the satellites, those things respawn, and because of that you can always get the collectibles again, which is a good thing too. And we're gonna go onto this platform and see the UFO and the meteor shower again. So now that that's over with, let's make sure to get some air and hopefully not get hit by these circling lasers this time. I go ahead and grab some air just in case, wait on the lightsaber, and go ahead and go over some more collectibles in case I need to collect some more for any one-ups that I will probably have to make up for.
Just getting my kick started.
So now that we are back here, let's go ahead and refill our health here. Grab some more collectibles. Get some more air because we may need it just in case. And let's go back up here. Now thankfully, I remembered when I was doing this to wait for the light to turn green before waiting at the edge of these platforms, so that way I can hit these jumps like I should. Now once we're here, all we have to do is just jump from platform to platform 2D style, try not to get hit by any fire. The camera does not allow you to move it again until you get to the air canister. And then I decide to wait and let the air just soak all over me here while these platforms do a full rotation, so that way I don't mess this up horribly due to a lack of oxygen. And from here, all we have to do is wait. Thankfully there's air next to this red remote. I do take it. And we jump onto the button and get the red remote. So now we are 2 down and 1 to go here. Thankfully, I didn't have to do a whole lot of messing around for the second one, but the third one was even worse, because that one I fell victim to a lot of bad platforming mistakes, including ones that I did not even expect to make. So let's go ahead and destroy the 5 power cells. Thankfully, 4 of them are, actually they're all very easy to get. These little triangular prisms are the power cores. You need a tail whip in order to destroy them. And when you do, they give out a lot of collectibles. Now, if you lose a life at any point, the power cells will respawn. Well, that is good in case you need the extra lives for whatever reason. It's really bad if you mess some platforming up, which is something I did not really like. So once again, we're going to have to do some platforming all the way up here in order to get to the elevator, because that is where the choice of the red remotes that you want starts taking shape. And from there, we have to get to the elevator.
I can't see a thing in this helmet.
Not the shaft that you have to climb through, but further to the right there is an elevator, and you have to take it. This is the same elevator that we took to take the path leading to the first red remote. There was a power cell in that area. First, we have to stick onto the sticky wall here and get close enough to the power cell to destroy it. Then we drop down near the elevator entrance. And thankfully, we don't run out of air at any time while we are riding the elevator. And we can just use the air canister here, get some air, and in case you stand too close to it, it does drag you in with the tractor beam, so you don't have to worry too much. And then we can destroy that power core, or that power cell rather, and we can jump onto this platform in order to get back onto this area. From here, I go straight back to the air refill because we are now hitting red. And I take the climb up this little tower again. From here, I refill on air. Grab some more collectibles because why not? And then refill on air once I get over here. Now remember the portal we had to take to get to the hidden remote? Well, there were two power cells there that we have to destroy, and they're right next to each other in that area. So after we take care of the alien with the lightsaber, we're going to get some air, take care of this guy hopefully, and when these things explode, they will hurt you, so be careful not to get hit by the explosion from these R2-D2 robots as you try to grab whatever they leave. And I'm going to go over here and go to tier 3s just so I can get that extra life. So we're back up to 99. Now, for the fifth one, we have to go back through the portal, and then we have to take the other fork in the road, not the one leading to the warp pipe, but that platform that is moving back and forth right there. Now, you could jump up to the top of the air refill, and that is really annoying, by the way. Or you can make it easier on yourself, get on this platform, and hit the power cell once you make your way up. This will cause this little thing here to move a little bit, so that way you can take some platforms. And for some reason, once you activate that little thing, that part of the bridge leading to the asteroids, the little platforms here, the camera goes in like a weird angle, and I'm not a big fan of that. Also, with those platforms, those technological looking platforms, don't do what I did there. Instead, make sure you're full on air, and then you want to let them go up and down if you need to. That way you can give yourself a breather, and you can get some time to recollect yourself, so that way you can make it easier to get to where you need to go. And it's a good thing that the game plays a beep sound when you activate the switches. That way you know that you hit them properly, like you should have. Because it is possible to think you've hit the switch and realize that you haven't. And I accidentally dropped down there. Now, if you don't hit all 5 power cells, that little area there, it's just a bunch of collectibles. That's pretty much all there is to that area, really. That place that we saw just before we died last time. And we are doing all this again, because I just can't stop dying. So we know what we have to do, we know where we have to go to get all 5 of the power cores. It's just a matter of not dying on the way there. I mean, I love getting the collectibles, I love making sure that my life count is as high as possible as I'm doing this. But I just don't want to do the same things over and over and over. I'm not exactly a big fan of the platforming in this game, because it's way too easy to hit the mark, and you really have to just police yourself on how you do everything in this game. You gotta make sure you're on the edge of platforms. You have to know, oh hey, you have the long jump here. Really not fun. Really not fun at all when you have to worry about stuff like that. And just knowing that your death perception is sometimes shot. I know sometimes I may think I'm farther away from an enemy than I'm actually actually am. I keep thinking I'm farther away than I am, but the game tells me I'm closer than I'm supposed to be, and I get hit with a cheap dot by some enemy because I can't tell that I'm right next to it just because of the camera angle and the distance. This game can be enjoyed, but the camera is probably the weakest point of this whole thing. And it makes the platforming a little tougher at times than it should be. I lost a lot of lives during practice runs just because I didn't know where I was in conjunction to everything else, and I wasn't at the edge of platforms when I jumped, and I didn't long jump in this position because that's how I'm supposed to get there. It's really, really irritating. And I'm surprised that that explosion did not hit me. So now, we're going to try this again. And after hitting those first 4 of those power cores, we can finally get up here, hit the last power core, grab some more collectibles when necessary, just to be safe. Refill. I said refill on air. I did not say jump onto the top of the thing. Amazing how I jump onto it when I don't want to, and don't jump onto it when I do. Now, thankfully, I remember to spend time on these platforms just to give myself a breather, just collect myself, just recalibrate myself, and hopefully die a less embarrassing death. Thankfully, there's air next to this remote, and I just keep dying near the end of this every single time. Thankfully, I remembered to take my time here, which is a good thing. And now that we've taken all the remotes from this place, we're going to save manually, just so I can see how far into the game I am. And apparently, when I do the manual save, I hit 93%, which is very, very good. That means I'm very close to the end of the game. And that leads me to look for another platform. So now that I'm back here, and went everywhere the platform on the right can take me, I take the one on the left this time. This will take me to the little monster head that is now opened after getting 26 of the red remotes. And this leads to a very simple maze area where we get no weddings in the funeral, as well as Channel Z. Channel Z is the final boss area. You fight Rez there, you beat him, you get the last gold remote. But we're going to do no weddings in the funeral first because there's just one red remote, as you can see when I do the first person view in this little area. Because tail bouncing isn't enough to see it. And once we get done here, we'll have nothing left to do. We'll take on Rez, and that will be it. So in the next video, might as well join me next time for No Weddings and the Funeral, and then hopefully I will take on Rez. But even then, it won't be over quite yet. You'll see what I mean. If you've played the last game, or seen me play the last game, you kind of know what's going on here. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!